Hi guys, so today I'll be reviewing the 2014 Australian horror film The Babadook. The Babadook focuses on a woman named Amelia whose husband died while driving her to give birth to her son Samuel. So for the past 6-7 years she's been raising Samuel on her own. And Samuel also has mild to severe behavioral problems that he throws tantrums, he's just has interests that are kind of more weird than most kids. He's really into weaponry and things like that. So she has to deal with that. And Samuel's aggression and tantrums and things eventually get him in trouble with his school, and it affects Amelia's relationships with her sister, and her sister's younger daughter, and even her budding romance with a coworker, like her eventual relationship with a coworker. But Amelia reads Samuel a book every night before they go to sleep, if he's having trouble sleeping. And one night he picks a book off the shelf that she's never seen before and doesn't remember buying, and it's called The Babadook. And it's a children's book. It has a red cover, and it's a black and white illustrated pop-up book that is telling the story of the Babadook, who is this supernatural being that once you acknowledge its existence and let it into your home, it never leaves. And the book, as she's reading it, gets a little more terrifying and less child-friendly. So she puts it away. Well, after this, Samuel begins talking to something he calls a Babadook. And his behavioral problems get more severe. He gets more aggressive and eventually gets kicked out of the school and all sorts of things. And also around the house, Amelia sees strange supernatural occurrences. Like things moving, she hears noises. Now, what I like about this film, and I'll get into it besides a lot of things, is the Babadook. You never know if it's really this supernatural creature, the supernatural being that's doing these things, or if the Babadook is simply a manifestation of Amelia's stress with dealing with Samuel and stress from other things in her life and her avoidance of properly grieving for her husband. It never truly states or shows whether this is a real thing that she's dealing with or if it's just something that's going on inside of her that she's manifesting. And I thought that was really interesting. This is a horror film, and yes, there's no gore, there's nothing like that. There's just some creepy imagery. When you see, the few times you see the Babadook later on in the film, it's mostly in shadows and short glimpses, so you never get a full-on look at it, which I always love. Anytime there's something like that in a horror film, it's always more terrifying to me if you don't get a full glimpse, a full look at the thing, because your imagination kind of works overboard, and your imagination always creates something scarier than anything a movie can make up. So I always like that. The acting is really good in this. The kid, Samuel, is quite annoying, and you can definitely see how stressed and crazy he could drive someone. And Amelia, the actress is Essie Davis, who plays Amelia, she's great. You just really feel sympathetic for her because of all the stuff she has to go through and the kind of judgments from others with her dealing with Samuel, even from her sister, and just dealing with this supernatural entity and then going a little bit crazy here and there. But it's just, the actress was great. I loved her. And yeah, it was just good tension. The pacing was good. The story was interesting. It's a horror movie, but it's a horror movie where all the elements work. It's just not only a good horror movie, it's a good movie. It's a really good movie just to watch. There are those horror elements there, but the acting and the story are good on its own, and the horror just adds that other level to it that makes it just a great movie. I can't really say enough about it. I definitely gave it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was just one of the probably best overall films I've seen this year. Just everything worked and everything was cohesive, and it's just a good movie. It was creepy. I enjoyed it. I really can't say much more. It was a good film. So The Babadook, I give it 8 out of 10. Highly recommended. And yeah, I haven't seen very many Australian horror films. I've seen some, but yeah, this was really good. All around, globally, this was really good, not just for Australia, but it was good. So that was my review of The Babadook, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye.